I'm the local chapter leader of Strong Towns Las Vegas. We promote alternative planning ideas from the status quo, from what we've had for decades, something that's more traditional. We promote something that's transit-oriented, mixed use, which what the bill really represents. Is something that's more walkable and bikeable. We will echo the previous comments. This bill highly reflects that. However, we want to make sure that street design also matters. We want to make sure that the new development is essentially surrounded by streets where people can walk and get around by bicycle. We're excited that infill development is being promoted. We do not want codes and regulations getting in the way, which makes it more and more difficult. So we hope this bill passes. We hope that this will shake things up, and I can't wait to get started. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I'm the Deputy Director of the Nevada Conservation League. We are here in support of AB 241, a bill that we believe takes an essential step to encouraging infill development across the state. Recent polling confirms that over 75% of Nevadans support using existing underutilized lands and infill development for housing rather than selling off our treasured public lands. Infill offers numerous environmental benefits, including reducing urban sprawl and preserving natural landscapes. At the same time, it can lower emissions and reduce traffic congestion. With that, we urge the committee support, and thank you for your time.
Madam Chair, good morning, members of the committee. For the record, John Sandy, S-A-N-D-E, here today on behalf of the Nevada State Apartment Association. As we've been discussing this morning, Nevada's facing a serious housing shortage. More than half of the renters are cost burdened, spending over 30% of their income on rent. The single most effective way to reduce housing costs is to increase the housing supply. As one of the attorneys for our association typically says, he says there's not a single issue between landlords and tenants that can't be solved by doubling the housing supply. And what he means by that is doubling the housing supply would bring down costs. It would make landlords compete with one another for those tenants. It overall will make our housing better, and that's what this bill is seeking to do, is increasing that housing supply. This type of policy doesn't just improve affordability, it helps revitalize underused commercial areas and supports walkable, vibrant communities. In short, AB 241 is a smart land use policy with immediate long-term benefits. Senator Daley's gone, but Senator Scheibel might remember, in the Assembly, I recalled a similar project up in North Reno. There used to be a Kmart up there that some young developers, they're actually around my age, and they did this a number of years ago. I was so impressed by it, but they took that Kmart parking lot and built a beautiful apartment complex up there. And so when I envisioned this bill, I envisioned projects like that, what can revitalize areas of a community, especially when they're non-productive commercial sites. And so we would urge your support of this bill, so thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sandy. You said Senator Daley's name and he appeared. It was like magic.
Good morning, Chair Pazina, members of the committee. Thank you for the opportunity to appear today. For the record, my name is Cassidy Wilson, C-A-S-S-I-D-Y, W-I-L-S-O-N, with McDonald Carano. I'm here today representing the Builders Association of Northern Nevada. The Builders Association was founded in 1956 and represents more than 700 companies and advocates on issues affecting residential development and home building across Northern Nevada. The Builders Association of Northern Nevada, BAN, is in strong support of AB 241. We all share a common concern, the high cost of housing in Nevada and the barriers it creates for individuals and families who aspire home ownership. These prices are not arbitrary. They're a result of basic economics, high demand and little supply. Just last session, in a bipartisan effort, this legislature passed AB 213, led by Majority Leader Howdigi, affirming that consistent and robust supply of housing is an important factor of overall affordability of housing. AB 241 builds directly on that principle. AB 241 will help streamline the process and unlock new opportunities for housing development, particularly in multifamily housing. Multifamily units are a critical component of our housing supply. They offer an affordable and attainable path for homeownership, especially for first-time homebuyers and working families. They also create housing stability and a foundation to build equality, the cornerstone of financial security of many Nevadans. We want to thank Majority Leader Howdigi for continuing to champion supply side and solutions for our housing crisis. Thank you very much.
Good morning. For the record, my name is Vincent Guthreau, spelled V-I-N-S-O-N, last name Guthreau, G-U-T-H-R-E-A-U. I'm the executive director of the Nevada Association of Counties. I'm here on behalf of all 17 of our members. I echo that we're sort of here under the rules of the committee. We want to thank the majority leader for working on the amendments and the ones that she considers friendly, which include the carving out of the Clark County Airport and then the Harry Reid International Airport and also the Lake Tahoe Basin. So we appreciate her acceptance of those. Our members at NACO understand and share the goal of the sponsor's bill for infill and mixed use, and we believe that there's a current process that accomplishes this goal, and I think streamlining it isn't the worst thing, but I do think we need some provisions to allow for our members to reflect the unique characteristics of each of their communities. We believe, again, reflecting what the previous testifier said, there are some amendments floating out there. The sponsor also mentioned them that would move us, I think, to a different position. So I want to put that on the record for our members. And I just have one last item. I know there was a question around data. I do have some information from Clark County that since 2022, they have not denied an application for a multifamily project. So that was asked by the committee. I want to put that on the record for folks just because I happen to have it on me. So other than that, thank you very much for the opportunity to testify.
Thank you so much, Mr. Guthreau, and also Mr. Hardy for answering some of the questions that had been asked. And we are going to move to Las Vegas. We thank you for being here and ask you to begin when you're ready.
Good morning, Chair and Committee. My name is Jill Douglas, D-O-U-G-L-A-S-S. I'm speaking as a concerned citizen. I stand in opposition to AB 241. I previously testified against this bill when it was in the Assembly. In my opinion, this is state government overreach. While well-intended, I'm concerned about the bill's impact on existing zoning laws and community planning. State-mandated changes may override local control and ignore the voices of affected citizens, and may lead to developments that are inconsistent with community character or infrastructure capacity. I'm also concerned about potential strains on public services and resources resulting from increased population density in areas originally designated commercial use. Local governments and citizens affected should be engaged and involved, preserving local autonomy and community integrity, not the state government. Please vote no on AB 241. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Kimberly Johnston Linsday, Linsday, and I want to say thank you to Senator Daley for his questions and the points that he's made. I respect that, and I also want to ditto Jill Douglas. That's all. Thank you.